Hello, everyone. You're probably watching the replay if you're watching this part, so the live box is not above my head. So go ahead and comment replay. I'm going to give it a few seconds to have people jump on. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and invite a few people that are actually on this page from my team. Because we all have newbies, right? So give it a couple seconds, and when you jump on, make sure you say hello. I will be introducing myself formally in a minute. Just be patient that for a few seconds that we are going to get started and talk systems tonight. Oh, what did I do to my flash? There we go. Oh, hello, Brittany. Hello, Megan. Hello, Nelda. How are you guys? I'm super excited to be on here. A little nervous because I've never, well, besides reunion, I've never spoke to a group with this many people in the group. So I'm like, huh. Hey, Shelly. Thank you so much for having me on tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys. I am going to be talking to you guys about systems to put in place to work your Scentsy business more effectively, more efficiently, and actually to make it a little bit simpler on you. Because guess what? Our brains can only go so much, and we only retain so much information at a time. So if we don't put systems into place, we tend to forget things. Okay. So why are systems important? Okay. Systems, I want you guys to think of a store. Think of your favorite store. I'm going to think of Target because that's like my favorite store. If Target is your favorite store, give me like some likes or hearts. But Target is my favorite store. Okay. If you show up to Target at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're going to see all of the employees doing a certain system. They are getting the registers ready. They are putting stuff back in place. They are stocking shelves. They are opening the doors. They have systems in place to open the store efficiently. Same thing at closing time, right? They are counting down drawers. They are stocking shelves. They're closing the doors. They're letting people know that they have a few more minutes to shop, that they must come to the registers, right? Your business is the same thing. Your business needs to have systems in place so that you know what you're doing to make your business grow. Systems help us stay focused, and they help flow our business. If you go into an office and you just go in, you're not going to know what you're doing. You're going to be like, what do I have to do today? And you might be like, oh yeah, I have to send that thank you note. And oh yeah, I have to post about this on Facebook. But if you have systems into place, you know you have an hour to dedicate to your business, and you know exactly what you have to do. So today we're going to talk about different systems in all sorts of your business to help you stay focused, to help you focus more on income producing activities, which we're going to kind of talk about, and also to help you flow your business in a simpler way so that you can get more done and actually enjoy your business. Scentsy is not meant to be a burden on you. There's times where you might have like a really easy month and you're like, oh my gosh, like sales are just flowing in. And there might be a month that you might be working a little bit harder to get those sales. It happens to all of us. But with systems, it helps lighten that load, and it helps us stay not only focused, but it helps us keep it simple where we enjoy what we do. I have had teammates that join Scentsy, and then they want to do all the things that they see, and they get overwhelmed and they get stressed out, and then they think, oh, Scentsy is stressful. It's not. It's actually very simple, and Heidi and Orville remind us of this all the time. Okay, so what kind of systems exist out there for your business? First thing I'm going to tell you, and if you're taking notes, I want you to write this down. You do not have to do them all. I repeat, you do not have to do them all. You will join hundreds of Scentsy groups, and you will see thousands of ideas. You do not have to implement them all. Okay, don't make the mistake that I did, and I will share my story with you guys in a little bit. But you need to find out what works for you, what works for your schedule, what works for what you're trying to accomplish. Someone that joins Scentsy to get an extra $50 to help with the light bill, or to get a pair of shoes, or to just pay for dance classes, does not have to implement as many systems and do as much as someone that might want to replace their income. Like they want to be able to quit their job and stay at home. Now, your story might change down the way of you doing Scentsy. You might fall in love with the product. You might fall in love with the company and say, you know what? I want to do this full time. Who cares about shoes, right? I do. I care about shoes. But you might say like $50 just isn't what I actually thought I was dreaming about. I was dreaming about like all this stuff. And you can change things along the way. You can implement different things along the way. You can try something and have it not work out, and then say, this is not working out. I'm going to try this other way so that maybe this way will work out. Okay. So you do not have to do it all. Promise. Okay. So there are systems for every part of your business: buying or sales, hosting parties, or joining, having team members. So we're going to start with the sales, right? So systems that you need to put into place for you to generate sales to help you in that buying process of your customers is, first off, is having a posting system. I cannot tell you how many times I go on someone's profile, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and I know they're a Scentsy consultant, but I can't tell. There's nothing on their timeline. There's nothing on their description. There's nothing on that mentions their website. How are your people supposed to know that you're a Scentsy consultant if you do not tell them? Now, I'm not telling you go flood your news feed with Scentsy. No, you want to keep a balance of your personal life versus your Scentsy life. But that is what VIP groups are for, and that's what your business page is for. You can flood those all day and your people can't say anything because they joined. They joined your VIP page. They joined your business page. So post away. But on your personal page, you can talk about your journey, things that you earn, things that you have accomplished, things that you have learned. You can share a tip or two, like Tip Tuesday. Hey, here I am. Like, look what I can do with my counter cleaner. Look what I can do with my scent pack instead of putting it in my buddy. You can talk about the friendships that you've made with Scentsy. You definitely want to have your website in the description and your business page linked to your job, like your occupation. Because guess what? If someone's scrolling through and they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to Ashley in forever. How's she doing? And then they click on that and they're like, oh my gosh, she's a Scentsy consultant. I've been looking for a Scentsy consultant. She would have never known if you don't have it on there. So you have to have a system for posting and letting people know that you are a Scentsy consultant. Doesn't have to be every single second of every single day, but you have to let them know. 2, you have to set up a follow-up system. When you join Scentsy, you are offered 4 months of a free app called Amy. That is an amazing follow-up app that you can use straight on your phone. I believe you can add it on your tablets, but it tells you, it connects with your workstation. So it tells you when to send out a thank you note for your customer, when to follow up with them every so often. You can input on there who you gave samples to or who you had a conversation with to follow up with them. Because guess what? We don't want to do all these cute little samples and then just give them away. And now what? Not everyone's going to call you sweetheart. Like, that's just the honest truth. People are not going to call you unless you call them. There is a percentage, and I don't know it very well, but it's something about like how people actually buy on their 4th contact with like Scentsy or the store or whatever, not on the 1st. You'll have your impulse buyers that buy like right then and there, but you'll have your people that will like, you'll have to send them a sample a couple of times for them to be like, oh my gosh, I'm in love, I want it all. So you can use Amy. Like I said, Scentsy gives you 4 free months, and then after that, it's $7.99, and it is a tax write-off, so keep that in mind. You can create a spreadsheet. You can be kind of like old school like me and have a follow-up binder. I like this just because I tend to play around a lot with my orders, and so sometimes Amy's like, so-and-so ordered Christmas cottage bar, and I'm like, she ordered a lot more, but I bundled it with somebody else's order. So this kind of lets me keep track of how I input orders, but I have things like a 5x7 binder that I just bought at Walmart, and in here I have a couple of tabs, and it says thank yous. So when I place the order, actually let's start over here. When I have the orders from my customers, but I haven't placed them yet, meaning I haven't closed out the order, they are right here in this pocket. These are my to be ordered order forms, okay? Once I close out the order, I move them to my thank you tab, because now I have about 7 to 10 business days to make all the thank yous that I'm gonna put in their orders. Or if it was like a direct shipped order, then I can prepare it and send it out. After that, it has my 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months. I do the 1-1-3 system. There's some people that do the 2-2-2 system, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. You can set it up however fits your like style of personality. I like to follow up a week after they've gotten their order. I make sure that the hostess has delivered them. I make sure that they have tried it out. It's given them time. Instead of calling them 2 days and they're like, well, so-and-so still hasn't dropped it off. And now I'm like, crap, like, ugh. So this is a method that I prefer. So when I do my follow-ups and I have a day on my planner that I schedule follow-ups for. So let's say it's Monday and I'm like, okay, Monday's my follow-up day. So I grab my follow-up binder. I go to my 1 week and I do my follow-ups and I text. I'm a texter. I don't like to call people. So if you are like, ooh, I don't like to call people, you don't have to call people to be successful. It is more personable, but you don't have to do that to be successful, okay? So I like to text my customers. They know that. So I text, for example, I'll say, hey, Jen, it's Liz, your Scentsy girl. How are you? I'll wait for them to respond like, I just wanted to check up real quickly and see if you got your order from so-and-so and how you were liking your new warmer and fragrance. I don't try to sell them on anything. I just want to know if they got their order, if they like the scents that they chose, if they like their warmer, and if their warmer is working perfectly fine. That is all I'm worried about. Guess what? I want to build that relationship with them. I want to provide good customer service so they come back to me as their consultant. So they'll let me know if they like the scents, if they don't like the scents or their warmer is not working or whatever. That is the perfect moment for me to be able to contact consultant support and get like a replacement order or to offer to switch out the bars or whatever will get my customer to be happy. I then make notes on my order forms and then I move them to the back of my 1 month because now I'm going to follow up with her in a month unless I am working with that customer and I said I'll follow up with you like in a couple of days, whatever. I will make a note and I'll put it on my planner. That way 3 days later, a week later, I can follow up with her. So then once I'm done with my 1 weeks, I move on to my 1 month. Same day that I'm doing follow-ups. This, I will let them know. Hey, so-and-so, how are you? I just wanted to check up on you, see if you needed any Scentsy. I'm putting in a local order soon. Is there anything I can get you? If they say yes, I will ask them what they need. If they say no, I'll let them know, okay, well, thank you very much. I do want to tell you that we have bricks back or the cozy collection. I always let them know something that we have that they might not know about yet. I'll make my notes and then I'll move them to the back of my 3 months, okay? Usually by 3 months, they are ready to order if they haven't ordered already, okay? So I call them up just like I did the first 2 times or text them. And I will, if they don't order, then they go into this tab. Where's my tab? Did I put that tab? No, I must have taken it out. But I usually have a tab that says follow up after, oh, there it is. Follow up file away, and then follow up for like people that didn't purchase. So this reason why I started this binder before we had Amy was because I could put it in my purse and I could take it with me everywhere. And while I'm waiting in the car line for my kids, I can pull that out and I can do my follow-ups. So if you're old school, if you like pen and paper, that is a perfect example of a follow-up system that you can set in place. If you are all about technology and you love having everything like on your phone, Amy is perfect, or you can create your own way of following up. But follow-up systems help you provide good customer service because you are in touch with your customer. It helps you see if they need anything. Like, let's be 100% real. Scentsy is not on your customer's mind, like first on. They might be like, oh my gosh, I just put my last cube in. But guess what? Their son just spilled their dinner and now they ran over there to clean that up, and then their daughter spilled the juice, and then guess what? They went to bed. They completely forgot to call you. And the next day they got up late and they started going on and on about their day, and they completely forgot to reorder their Scentsy. But if you're calling them or you're texting them or you're messaging them, they might be like, oh my gosh, yes, I just put in my last cube of wax into my warmer last night. Can you order me a 6-pack of my favorite fragrances, whatever? It gives you the opportunity to bring Scentsy up in their mind, to their like priority in a way. But we think of Scentsy all the time because it's our job. So they don't. And it also lets you let them know about specials, because there's been so many times that a customer will be like, well, I didn't know that the Nightmare Before Christmas warmer was coming out. How did you not know that, Mary? Because I've been posting about that for the past 2 weeks. But guess what? When she came on Facebook, she didn't see it because the Facebook algorithm is completely whack on her end. So it gives you that opportunity to let them know of things that they might like. If you know someone loves Very Snowy Spruce or Vanilla Bean Buttercream, hello, we have a brick now. So you can say, hey, Stephanie, I wanted to let you know that your favorite fragrance, Vanilla Bean Buttercream, just came out in a brick. Boom, sale opportunity right there. So follow-up system is amazing, okay? You also want to have a thank you system in place. So I have thank you packets pre-made. I sit down on a specific day, maybe once a month or maybe every 2 months, and I make tons and tons and tons of these at a time, okay? So these are my thank you packets, and these are ready to go whether I get a PWS order or I'm putting them in a bag. And usually my PWS orders are already in their mailers and everything, but I just sent out the last few that I had. So I have my thank you card. So it's just a simple card I had made on Vistaprint. It says, thank you for your order. Our family appreciates your business, and it has pictures of me and my family. Has the 10 reasons to join Scentsy, because guess what? I want every single customer on my team. So it has 10 different reasons of why they should join Scentsy. And then I have a Scentsy Club Never Run Out Again, because if they love their fragrance, they're ordering Sugar Cookie every 2 to 3 months, they need to just put it on their Scentsy Club. So I give them information about Scentsy Club because they might not watch the live that I did about Scentsy Club 3 months ago, and I can't go on live about Scentsy Club every single week. So this is in every single order so that they can see. And then I give them a product sheet. That way they can see the entire catalog, especially if it's a PWS order. They might not have seen something that they might really, really like, or that maybe Susie, their cousin, might really, really like. So I make these ahead of time. You can do that too. You can sit down while you're watching your favorite show, while you're watching Disney Plus, and make a ton of these ahead of time so that when you get a party and you close it out, you already have your thank yous ready. All you gotta do is put a sample or put a little whatever you want to add to it. Or if you get a PWS order, guess what? All you got to do is go in your office, grab one of these, put it in a mailer, and then send it out. Boom. Easy peasy. So have a thank you system in place. You can also come up with a system, and not all systems, let me add this, not all systems are pen and paper, okay? I am going to be showing you guys some systems that I have that are pen and paper, that are things that you use. But some systems are not pen and paper, like having a referral system. If someone gives you like a new customer or a new teammate, how do I fold this? So it's really easy. I just fold the bottom up. So I fold the bottom up and then I fold it in 3. And then this one right here goes into the little pocket right here. Very, very easy. And then you can actually put samples in it. So you actually have 2 pockets. You have one right here, one right here, and then you have a pocket inside if you do it correctly. Like right here. Like right here, you have a pocket. So you can put it in however you want. So you can have like a referral system. So like if someone refers a customer to you or they refer a teammate, you can like offer them something. Like say, like, you know, you can tell your customers, this has to be personal, can't be posted on social media. But you can tell people like, hey, you know, like if you refer someone to me, I'll give you a free scent circle or $5 off your next order. Or if you get me a new teammate because like you recommended your cousin Susie to me, I'll give you like a, you know, $25 gift card or whatever. These are systems that are not necessarily pen and paper, but that you can offer to your customers. I just had someone refer me to, like someone on Facebook put, does anyone know a Scentsy consultant? I want to buy a gift for Christmas. And she tagged me immediately. I wrote back to the lady, whatever. The gal ordered like $75 on my PWS. Like I gave her a free bar. Like I was like, here's a free bar and a scent circle of the scent of the month because you gave me that free, like that order. Like if you wouldn't have thought about me, I wouldn't have gotten that $75 order. So think about those kind of things. Okay. Hosting. So let's talk about some systems that you can put in place when you get a party, right? You want to have a system in place to follow up with your host. Just like you're following up with customers on their order, you need to follow up with your host on her party. So when I book a party, I make sure to send them out a hostess packet. So my hostess packet is kind of very simple. Because if it's long distance, I send instructions, and if it's personal, I'm talking to them. So actually in my hostess packet, they get a catalog and a few extra order forms in case they collect orders before their party. They have like a little game that I do that's called the Liz Hostess Challenge, and it just has like little instructions, but it makes it into a fun game. And I can post a picture of this. You can make like your own. I just did it on Word. But it basically tells them that if for every square that they fill, and they have to show proof, they get a $2 extra hostess credit. So the most they can get is $35. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my perpetual reward that we always get to get them whatever they want with that $35 credit. But it has things like have one or more friends book their own party before your party. Email me 15 guest email addresses by, and I put the date that I want them by. Mail 30 to 40 invites to friends. Emails count. Refer one or more of your friends to join my team. Put my business magnet on your fridge, and I send them like a little business magnet with their thing. Reach $500 in sales at your party. Make reminder calls. Like it has the instructions of the things that I need them to do, but it makes it into a game for them. So you want to put a system into place when you have someone hosting a party, because you don't want to show up to a party and then there's no one there. They forgot to follow up. They forgot to send the invites on time. They never created the event. They forgot to tell, they forgot to ask for the day off. And so they have to call you last minute and say, oh my gosh, I can't do the party because I have to work. You have to take this seriously. This is a business, and if you want it to succeed, you have to take it seriously. So when someone books a party, let's say they book a party for 3 weeks from now, you need to say, okay, well, I'm going to make sure that she has the dates. Does she need invites? Ask her, do you need invites? If she says yes, print off invites from the workstation. We have amazing, cute looking invites. Ask her if she wants a theme or not. Do you want a theme? If your theme is jingle mingle, do you want to add on the invite for everyone to bring a bottle of wine? Would you like me to bring it? Anything. Let her know what you are going to be doing, like what you expect from her and what you're going to be doing. I let my hostesses know exactly what I expect from them and exactly what I'm taking care of. I tell them, if you want to have snacks, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to go overboard. Some of them love to go overboard, but I tell them, like, just keep it simple. I literally just want people to come in, relax, listen to me. I talk about for like 15, 20 minutes, and then I let them smell the scents and have a good time, because they're there to have a good time with their friend. They're there for Scentsy as well, but they're there to have a good time. So then you want to touch bases with them again and say, hey, did you follow up with your guest list? Did you create your guest list? Did you follow up with them? Did you invite them? Did you create a Facebook event? Do you want me to create a Facebook event? These are all things that you need to talk to your hostess about, because guess what? They're not a Scentsy consultant. You are. So they don't know what a Scentsy party entails. Okay? These are the instructions that I send out with a basket party. So it says it's a grab bag party, and it just tells them the basic instructions. It has the party qualifications. It has about how we have shipping on any party $200 to $499 and free shipping on $500. It tells them that ask me how you can keep this party and start your own Scentsy business. And it tells them that about our fragrance flower, which is like our hot item. So when I give out a basket party, this is usually hanging. I don't have any right now because all my bag parties are out. But this is usually hanging with like a clear one of these. Let's see if I can find a clear one. So one of these clear sheets. I buy those like key ring rolls or key rings things, and I just clip it onto my bag. So that's the first thing that they see when they get their bag party. First thing they see, so they have to read it, okay? So, and then you want to be clear on, if you're doing a party, what day and time? When are we closing your party? If it's a bag party, when am I picking up that bag party? You need to have this information in place so that you can make their party successful on your end. Let's see. Help her prep for her party by following up and creating that checklist. Okay, let's see. Basket party example, hostess packet. Got that. Okay. I think I got good on parties right now. So team. You are mostly new, right, in this group. So you might be an essential consultant. You might be certified. You might actually already be a lead because you've already started building your team. So this is actually, I want to say, my favorite part of systems is team, because I love numbers. I love like reports. And when you become a leader, you have all those things accessible to you. So when I have someone join my team, if it is someone that is personal to me, like I recruited that person or I sponsored that person, they get a big packet from me. And I'm going to show you guys what I include. So I include in here, okay, the welcome letter. And I literally just made this on Canva and had it printed at Walgreens. It just says, welcome to our team. Has a couple of things that they should be focusing on first. And then it gives them like our team like mission, like kind of a little bit about our team personally. I give them an example of how to make felt samples, and then I include a few felt samples for them to start making. I also include this document that says top 10 tips for new consultants, and it talks about how they can add business supplies to parties, how they can add a set of order bags to their party. When entering new customers onto the workstation, collect all of their information. Live videos, label everything. Things that new consultants don't really think about because they're new to this business. They're like overwhelmed with all the fun stuff and they might not think of certain things. So I give them this so that they can have and read over. Then I give them these little graphics because their first goal is to hit shooting star. So it has a little graphic that they can put on their fridge or on their office or whatever. Then certified, that is their second goal. And then their third goal is to hit sensational star. So all of my personal sponsorees if that's even a word, are get this packet. Okay, so I send out this packet. Now, if anybody in my downline, so like let's say that I have a teammate named Rachel, and like let's say that Rachel sponsors someone, I send them this. I send them a welcome a welcome letter. I love like glitter and confetti, so don't mind all my confetti. And then I send them this. And actually this is supposed to be in here as well. I don't know why it's not. But it says, you just joined. It's time to get to work. And it talks about income producing activities. And I mentioned that at the beginning. Income producing activities are activities in your business that bring in income. So host conversations, join conversations, follow-ups, thank you cards. Let's see, going live on Facebook and talking about products. Finding businesses that will let you put a warmer in their office, finding fundraisers. They are amazing and tons of activities that are income producing. But guess what? There's also a lot of activities that are not income producing, that are distracting. Like, for example, you can turn sample making, which is not an income producing activity per se, into an income producing activity if you're handing those samples out and getting information. Okay, we can sit and make samples all day long, but if they're just sitting in your office, they're not gonna make you an income. So that is what I do for my welcome. Then you wanna set in place a training system. So if someone joins your team, I use this one, and I got it from Wendy Heath Newgrass. And it's called Train Your Teamie, and I can upload the file tomorrow morning when I get back on my computer. But it literally breaks down everything that you should be training your teammates on by like sessions. So there's 3 sessions, and it tells you session 1 is 1 to 2 days after they have joined. And it talks about the things that you should talk to them about and the homework that they should do. Like write up questions that they have, watch the training videos on the workstation, personalize their PWS, create their list of 100. And then it says session 2 is 4 to 6 days after their first session. So towards the end of the first week that they joined. And then you have things to go over, you answer their questions, and then you give them homework because they need to learn how to run this business. And then session 3 is getting close to their shooting star date. So they have the things to go over and then their homework. And then other topics that you can talk to them about if you haven't already. So I love to use this when I have someone join because it kind of keeps me like focused, laser focused on what I'm telling them, because there'd be times that I literally forget to tell them how to log on to the workstation. I'd be like, oh, that's second nature to me. It's not to them. They're like, how do I do this? How do I find out my news tab? How do I place an order? To me, I do that every day. So to me, it's like second nature. So set up a system that works for you to train your new teammates. And if you're new, don't think that you have to know it all to start building your team. Grow together. I have teammates that that recruited on the day that they joined, and they just learned. Like, I just helped both of them out. And they learned together, and now they're amazing leaders, and they're leading teams of 12 and 15, and they learn together. Like, they join like literally like a month apart, and they're amazing at it. Tracking numbers. Once you become a leader, whether you are certified lead, star, superstar, director, above, you want to track your numbers. You want to track certain reports because you want to make sure that you are like learning kind of like the flow of your team. So there's an amazing daily tracker. You can track your PRV, and it's also kind of cool because then you can check like next month and see like how you're doing versus this month, or even next year and say, oh, like, look, I did grow like in a year to a year. Last year I had 200 PRV, and this year I had 400 or 500. So you can do that. You can track your teammates to make sure that they are ordering, that you are helping them promote and grow in their business. And if you feel like, I don't know, like I don't have all the hours and the days to do all these things, guess what? there is a thing called a daily power hour in your workstation. And this amazing little thing helps you stay focused on your monthly PRV, your current PRV, or your monthly goal, your current PRV, your daily stats, which we talked about this, like your team's numbers, follow-ups, networking with other people, like getting to know other people, because you have to keep growing that circle. You cannot run a business only selling to the same people that you've sold to in your first month. Like, not everybody's going to need Scentsy every single day. So you always want to keep growing that warm circle is what they call it. And so networking with other people helps that. And lastly, I want to share with you guys what I use the most in my business is these two puppies together, okay? Get yourself a planner. Best advice I can give you. Get yourself a planner, because you're going to want to write all the things down. But if you look up on YouTube, Scalable Systems, and I've been using this since before I was a director. If you look up Scalable Systems, Christina Stainbrook, or just put Scentsy Scalable Systems, you will run across Christina Stainbrook's videos, and she explains these, and she has all the files in there. I literally, when I was not a director, I would just cross out things that did not apply to me, but it helped me to stay focused on the things that I had to do on a daily basis, because I am a full-time stay-at-home mom. So if you're not, you can change this to say, instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can say, this is the day that I dedicate to Scentsy, or this is the time that I dedicate to Scentsy, and you just make it work for you. These are totally like editable to what you can make, like to what you can do. You can make this work. So it goes day by day. So it has like a customer day, it has a team day, it has a business day, and it has a host prospecting day. And if you don't have a team, take that day and focus on join conversations, sponsoring opportunities, talking about the business. Because if you want to grow your business, you have to talk about it. You have to share with people why Scentsy is so amazing. You guys, we have the best company in the direct selling world. I've been with Scentsy for 7 years, and I would not change it. I had done other direct sales, and I was not successful. I went to a cosmetology school, and I did makeup in the direct selling world, and I completely failed. And if you want to sit there and think, oh, I'm just not good at sales, I'm not good at this, I'm going to call BS. Okay, I'm very blunt. Sorry if I offend anyone, but I'm going to call BS, because guess what? I was fired from 2 jobs for not meeting quotas. I went to cosmetology school and completely failed at a makeup direct selling company. And I found Scentsy. I fell in love with the product. I fell in love with the company. I joined in my most darkest time, I want to say. In 2012, April 2012, my husband and I lost our first child. And Scentsy came into my life at a time that I wanted nothing more than just to curl up in my bed and cry all day. Like, I had to literally push myself to be a better self, to be a better person, because I knew that I didn't want to be depressed and I didn't want to be just in my bed all day. But I literally had to force myself. And Scentsy came into my life, and I thought, I'm going to do this for a year or 2 just to help with my grief, just to make some extra money and get my stuff for free and half price, because I fell in love with it. And that's it. And then I went to World Tour, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole nother world. And then I just kept pushing along, and I promoted to lead, and I kept building my team. And then I was like, well, now I don't want to quit because I have a team. And then I went to another World Tour, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really, 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 really want to make this work. And I remember I walked into my 3rd World Tour with my baby girl. She was not even a year old yet. And I heard Katie Farner speak, and I was in tears, because I have always felt like I was not enough because I didn't have a college degree. I felt like my family, especially my husband's family, looked down on me because they all have their masters, and one of them's doing her doctorate in teaching and all this stuff. And I'm over here, and I'm a cosmetologist that I stay at home with my daughter and I sell candles. So I felt very like not worthy of like being around them, right? And she's talking and I'm just like in full tears. And I said, you know what? I am enough and I can make this work. But guess what? Then I started hiding behind, oh, well, my sponsor doesn't help me. Well, my sponsor doesn't do this. Well, my sponsor doesn't like challenge me. My sponsor doesn't check in with me. And I talked to Katie Farner and she was sweet enough to adopt me onto her team, like her team page. And she would mentor me and she had a conversation with me where she like literally looked at me and said, you do this for you, not for anybody else. You need to get out of your excuses and move on. And she told me all about systems and she told me all about things that I needed to be doing because I spent a lot of time making all these beautiful samples that I never handed out because I was too scared. So I started putting little systems here in place and I started, okay, well, this one will work for me. Well, I can, make this work for me this way, or I can change this and, make it work for me until now. It took me 6.5 years, but I promoted to director, which was my goal. Like when I promoted to director, I was like, now what? Because, okay, yeah, I want to be a superstar director someday, but I had wanted director for so long that I didn't even think, oh my gosh, now it's actually happened. Now I have to get new goals and new dreams and new things and new systems into place because now I'm like, okay, well, now I got to make this goal happen, right? So putting systems into place is going to help you get to whatever goal you're getting to. Doesn't matter how big or how small. It doesn't matter if you want to be at the top of the company or if you just want to be a Scentsy consultant and get your stuff for free. But putting systems into place is going to help you achieve your goal and it's going to keep your business on the simpler side. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There are times where our business is kind of crazy. Like right now, my husband knows that from September to December, we barely see each other. If I'm home, I'm usually doing a training or a coaching call or at an event or a home party. But he knows that that's just part of my business. And he knows that he is there to help out. And he runs the kids and does all the dad stuff. And then after all my crazy holidays, then it kind of slows down a bit. And I'm more, I have more time. But he knows I love it. He loves it. And if it wasn't for systems and if it wasn't for the support system that we have within Scentsy, I don't think it'd be possible. But that is all I have for you guys. I think I went through everything that I have on my table. If you guys have any questions, you guys can go ahead and ask. I am more than willing to answer any questions or go over anything more in detail. If you guys have questions about all the stuff that I shared. But I hope that none of these things scare you off, okay? Because I think the hard part of systems is implementing them. It's not doing them. It's actually finding out what works for you and saying, okay, I'm going to actually do this and doing it. It's not the actual, actually doing it part. Because there was so many times that I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so complicated and I wouldn't do it. And then after I started doing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, now my business is so much easier. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you guys have any questions, if I will upload some of this stuff to the files, if it's okay with Shelly, let me know if it's okay to upload some of the files that they can use that I might have on my computer. But if you guys want to see anything, if you guys want to get more information on a particular system that I talked about tonight, feel free to reach out to me. You can message me. You can follow me on Facebook. But yeah, I'm here for all my Scentsy sisters and misters, and I hope that you guys have a great night. And I wish you guys all the luck in the world in your Scentsy business. There is room at the top for everyone. So don't think that because you've started now, 15 years later, that you are out of luck. You're not. If you put all your effort, if you put your heart, mind and soul into your business, and you do it honestly and unselfishly, you guys will see the results. You guys will see your business grow year after year, and you will reach your goals. Yes, actually, Jen, a lot of these are already on our team page, but I will double look to see. But yes, I will upload. But I am so thankful again for being able to share here tonight. I love doing trainings. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is like one of my passions. So if you guys ever need anything, feel free to reach out, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.